To study the way of enlightenment is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be actualized by myriad things. When you ride in a boat and watch the shore, you might assume that the shore is moving. But when you keep your eyes closely on the boat, you can see that the boat moves. Similarly, when we examine myriad things with a confused body and mind, we might feel that our mind and essence are permanent. However, when we practice intimately and return to where we are, it gets clear that nothing at all has unchanging self. According to Buddhist philosophy, in the vast expanse of existence, there lies a journey that transcends the boundaries of time and space. And it's a journey not of distance, but of introspection. Today, in this video of enlightenment, we will learn the shores of understanding are reached not by traveling the external world, but by delving deep within the self. Buddha says to his followers, "It is not that the sound of the bamboo is sharp or the color of the blossoms is vivid. Surely the sound of the bamboo is wondrous, but it is heard at the moment when it's hit by a pebble. No doubt the color of the blossoms is beautiful. However, they do not open by themselves, but unfold in the light of springtime." Similarly, studying the way is like this. You attain the way when conditions come together. Needless to say, the journey to enlightenment and clarity of mind begins with a single step, the step of introspection. Through the sustained effort of study and practice, we peel away the layers of illusion that shroud our true nature. Like the sound of bamboo resonating through the forest, or the blossoms unfolding in the light of springtime, enlightenment reveals itself when the conditions are ripe. What is enlightenment? According to Buddhism, it is not merely the attainment of knowledge or the acquisition of wisdom. It is the realization of our innate capacity to experience a reality beyond the confines of intellect and perception. In the words of the ancient masters, to study the way of enlightenment is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be actualized by myriad things. One day a student asked, "How does one embark on this journey? Is enlightenment reserved only for the intellectual elite, or can it be attained by anyone, regardless of their background or abilities?" He added, "Although I have been studying the way for years, I haven't been enlightened." The teacher says, "Enlightenment don't depend on inherent intelligence or talent. It don't depend on brilliance or smartness. It is the depth of aspiration and commitment to practice that leads to realization. Therefore, you must not measure your progress by the speed of your learning, but by the sincerity of your intention." So even if you are slow and have little wisdom, you should not become discouraged. However, the path to enlightenment is not without its challenges. It requires unwavering dedication and an unwavering commitment to the journey, even in the face of adversity. According to Buddhism, those who vow to seek a precious treasure or to defeat a powerful enemy will follow their intention and keep it in mind on each occasion under all circumstances while walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. For such people, nothing is left unachieved with such a commitment. If you seek the way with genuine intention as you practice, then you can shoot a bird however high in the sky, or catch a fish however deep in the water. With each step we take, we come closer to the truth of our existence, to the realization that life is fleeting and impermanent. Upon arousing this mind, you should reflect on the impermanence of the world. Impermanence is not something we merely visualize or something we create and think about. Impermanence is the truth that is right in front of us. We need not study other people's words or textual evidence on this matter. To be born in the morning and to die in the evening, not to see someone today whom we saw yesterday, the impermanence of life is in eyes and ears. We cannot see or hear it only in terms of others, but apply it to our own self. Even if we hope to live for 70 or 80 years, in the end, we are destined to die. According to Buddha, one must regard his pleasures and sorrows, relationships, and attachments in worldly affairs as his enemy. To do so is the way to a fuller life. One should keep in mind the Buddha way alone and work for the bliss of nirvana. Especially those who are elderly or who are middle-aged, how many years do they have left? You should examine both the mundane world and the Buddha realm. Tomorrow, or even in the next moment, you might become gravely ill, lose your senses, and suffer from great pain. You may die suddenly. Truly, nothing is for certain. Therefore, in this transient world, where the time of death is unpredictable, scheming to live forever or wasting your time plotting against others is quite stupid. The Buddha spoke this truth that life is impermanence, the swift passage of time, and the urgency of birth and death. And we must not ever forget this truth. We must remind ourselves, we have just today, just this moment. Therefore, we must concentrate our mind on the study of the way without wasting time. If we do this, our practice becomes easy. Remember, enlightenment is not a destination, but a journey that begins and ends within the depths of our own being. As we navigate the currents of existence, let us remember that the path to enlightenment is not a solitary one, but a shared experience, guided by the wisdom of those who have walked before us. May we all embark on this journey with open hearts and open minds, for in the pursuit of enlightenment lies the true essence of our humanity. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.